Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video here on the Sam Cooks Kindness YouTube channel. I am Sam, and I am so happy that you are here. Today, I'm taking you along with me, and I will show you every single thing that I eat throughout the day. I have lost 70 pounds on a sustainable, plant-based diet. I am vegan, and I've been doing this over many, many years in a slow and sustainable way by starting with little habits and just building off of those. So today, I'm going to take you with me for all my meals. They will all be plant-based. Mostly non-processed. I'm really shooting for keeping things completely unprocessed where I can, trying to cut back a little bit on the processed things that have been sneaking in throughout the summer. So today we're going to be eating 1 to 2 pounds of non-starchy veggies. We're going to be eating 1 to 2 potato-based meals, and we're just going to really lean into those whole plant foods as much as possible, but still making things delicious because I like to eat and I like to eat a lot of food. So let's get breakfast together. If you're up to date on my videos, then you know that I am currently on an oatmeal kick. I eat cauliflower oats for breakfast every single day. However, I did decide that I need to start using some of the grains that I've been stocking in my closet and have been neglected. So yesterday I cooked some buckwheat groats. That's what these are. I cooked these buckwheat groats. It's 4 servings, so I'm going to cut it into 4, and I'm going to use this in place of my quick oats, and we'll see if it's good or not. I hope it is because I have a big bag of them and they need to get eaten. So let's try this out. I'm going to make it the same way that I make my oatmeal, except instead of using oats, I'm going to use this, and I'll just use less water probably. So this is a little chunky looking, but I think once I microwave it for like 4 minutes or so, I think it'll become smooth. So we'll see how this turns out. I did a little bit less berries than I normally do because I have a lot of fresh berries in my fridge that need to get eaten. So I'm going to chop those up and put them on at the end. So this is a little thinner than I would typically like my oats. I like my oats a little thicker. So I'm just going to add a half of a tablespoon of flax. I should probably be eating more flax anyway. So I have a tablespoon of flax, and I'm going to mix that in, and that'll help with the texture a little bit before I start eating. All right, let's give this a bite and see if this buckwheat groat porridge, whatever you want to call it, situation is any good. Okay, it's not bad, but they're very bland, like even blander than oats. It feels like it needs something sweet in it. And usually like the fruit and the protein powder is enough for me, sweetness wise. But this does feel like it's kind of missing something, but it's fine. I'm still gonna eat it. I'm not gonna add any sugar or anything to it. So if you have any buckwheat groat recipes, please comment and leave them below because I got a big bag and I want it out of my closet. At least my coffee is good. And honestly, this isn't that bad, but I'm very attached to my oats. So that's probably part of the reason why I'm like a little resistant. But yeah, I'll see you for lunch or snack, whatever comes first. I'm about to dig into my lunch today, and I have been eating a version of this multiple times for the last week or so just because it's a combination that I found that is really, really good, and it incorporates lots of potatoes and lots of bulky, non-starchy veggies, so it's keeping me full. So basically what I made is a taco salad. I started with a base of veggies. So I used some kale from my garden and lettuce also from my garden as the base, and then I topped it with cucumbers and carrots and chopped tomato, and then I added in some pickled peppers for some flavor, and then I like the contrast of heat in a cold salad, so I air fried some potatoes and some peppers and topped them on top as well. I used a salsa verde that I just made from my CSA this week, gave us lots of tomatillo. So I made the salsa verde and I use that as my dressing, and I chop the salad really good and toss it with the salsa and then add that hot component on top. and just toss it all up so that all those flavors are really together and delicious. And then I just use some of my homemade sour cream, my tofu sour cream that you can find in my Saucy ebook. And you've seen it many times in my videos, and that's just proof that I eat it very often because it's so delicious. And it adds that like creamy taste to salads like this, and hot sauce on top, and that's this whole bowl. I got this bowl from Costco. It was a 4-pack. My sister took me to Costco and I saw them and they were like $10 on sale and I couldn't resist, and I just love them so much because they're so huge and just perfect for these salads. Oh, spicy. This is just a take off of that like 50-50 thought process where you load up on veggies and then the other half of your plate should be potatoes and just a starchy element to keep you full. I forgot to mention, I also added seitan into this. I've been keeping like a loaf of seitan lunch meat, just a homemade recipe, in my fridge because it's an easy source of protein. I am trying to gain some muscle, so I want to make sure I am incorporating protein into my meals. So it looks complicated, but it came together very easily, very quickly, and it's just so delicious. About to chop up this giant apple to snack on before dinner, and I'm gonna start prepping some things for dinner. My kids are having some like uneasy bellies right now, so I want to make something that's gonna be easy for them to eat and digest. So I'm gonna do breakfast for dinner. I'm gonna make pancakes for them, and I'm gonna do a tofu scramble and like a hash brown potato type of thing for me and my husband. And I just like this because breakfast or dinner is just easy. I can throw tons of veggies in my scramble. I add extra veggies into the potatoes and everybody is happy, honestly. I would like to have some leftovers, so I'm gonna do 2 boxes of tofu for this scramble. And then it's kind of a hodgepodge of leftover vegetables that I have in my fridge. So like a little bit of Brussels sprouts, a little bit of green beans, and then I have a bag of mushrooms here. So that's all gonna get chopped nice and small and gonna go into my scramble. And then I'm gonna do just like air fried potatoes with some veggies on the side. So I have my potatoes and sweet potatoes in here chopped, and they're going in the microwave to get pre-steamed before I put them in the air fryer with some peppers and some onions and some seasoning. And I pre-steam my potatoes before the air fryer like every single time I make them, and I do it because it saves me time and because it keeps the moisture in the potato a little bit more. I find that air frying the potato like straight in the air fryer just kind of dries them out and makes them like not as good. So this is a way that I have enjoyed making them, and this thing's pretty full, so I'm gonna microwave this probably for 6.5 minutes. Usually I do like 5 minutes, but sometimes it needs a little bit more, especially if it's more full. So I'll probably do 6.5 minutes, and then it'll go in the air fryer with the seasonings and the veggies. A little bit of everything is going into this tofu scramble. So I have my mushrooms and my onions that started to cook, and I'm adding up the end of those Brussels sprouts and green beans and a little bit of pepper that I chopped up small. I'm also going to chop up that zucchini that I have into small pieces as well. I like to chop it super small because then it just kind of cooks down and kind of blends into everything, and you like, not that you don't notice it's there, but it's just more enjoyable for me to eat this way. All the veggies are in the pot. Gonna give it a quick stir. Gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper and let this just cook down. There's no oil or anything in there. I added a tiny splash of water at the beginning, and that's it. For the tofu scramble, I'm gonna season it with the similar spices: smoked paprika, garlic, nutritional yeast, turmeric, black salt, and I have some fresh herbs that I'm gonna throw in there as well. I don't really measure anything. I just kind of dump it and taste it until it tastes good. The tofu and the seasonings are in here now. I'm just gonna let that cook up, and then I'm gonna add the black salt at the very end because it does cook off. When you add it while you're cooking, the flavor kind of dissolves a bit, so it's best to add that at the very end to keep that eggy flavor if that's something you like. And the potatoes are looking pretty good. I'm gonna give them a toss and let them cook a little bit longer. So I got the pancakes cooking, everything's just about done, and I decided I wanted a piece of toast with my tofu scramble, breakfast, dinner, And it's better in this type of situation where I get something in my mind like a piece of bread with tofu scramble. If I tried to fight the craving instead of honoring the craving, I'd be thinking about it all night long, and then it would likely end up with me snacking at night because that craving just, that itch isn't satisfied. So it's better for me to just honor the craving and have one piece of toast with my dinner than to just try to fight it. So I'm gonna have a slice of toast with my dinner, and I will show you my plate once I make it. This is where I'm gonna wrap up this video for you. If there's anything else that I pick at tonight, I will insert it in here somewhere. But otherwise, this is probably where I plan on cutting off my night. I had a pretty satisfying day. I loaded up on veggies. I ate tons of potatoes, tons of just satisfying meals in general. I'm really happy with the food that I ate today. It made me feel good. It made me feel fueled. And it made me ready for bed. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel so that I will see you in the next one.